Dustin, very good to see you and Happy New Year. Today we are talking through 5 financial resolutions for a happy and successful 2024. We are revisiting this annual favorite with some new resolutions though. And again, today we're sharing our top 5. And first on your list, Dustin, meet your match.
Absolutely. You've probably often heard it said you don't want to leave free money on the table. If you're not participating in your employer's plan up to the match, that's exactly what you're doing. If you need to increase your retirement savings, your contributions later, that's fine, but you want to participate at least up to the match. Now, if you're not doing that, you're leaving free money on the table. And above that match, if you want to look at participating in some other plans like a Roth IRA, it'd be a really great thing to consider. That's fine as well. But you absolutely want to participate up to the employer match so you don't leave money on the table.
All right, well, you're leading me right into resolution number 2, which is, of course, contribute more to retirement accounts. But I'm wondering, what percentage do you suggest saving? And per your earlier point, what percentage of that should be in a Roth account?
Yeah, so how much you should save each month or each year is really going to depend upon the person and the circumstances. So if you started very early, saving 10 to 15% of your income may be enough. Another relevant thing to consider is how long do you plan on working? If you started much later, you may need to save significantly more, and you may need to plan on working longer. So for most, I would really consider maxing out all of your available Roth options before you save elsewhere. There may be some exceptions to that, but I would certainly consider that. I have yet to meet the client who, as they go into retirement, is upset because they've got, a lot of savings in tax-free accounts.
Right. No, I like the sound of free, and that always sounds good. Number 3, create a budget.
Yeah, creating a spending budget sounds like a great idea. It'd be a great idea. The problem is most people won't do it and most people won't stick to it. So here's a better way. Rather than budgeting your spending, budget your savings. So if you've got certain priorities you're trying to save for, whether it's investing, retirement, real estate, major purchases, vacations, whatever it may be, come up with a set percentage you're going to save from each paycheck for those priorities. Take it off the top as you deposit those paychecks or as you receive those deposits, and then just spend the rest. And an easy way to do that is set up dedicated bank accounts for each of those priorities. As the money comes in, pay yourself first, then feel free to spend the rest.
Number 4, insure yourself. This is really important. Not only are you taking care of yourself, but also your family in case the worst happens.
Certainly. And what I really look at here is we're looking at our largest asset. Most people don't realize this, but for virtually everyone, your largest asset is not your home. Your largest asset is not your investment account, your retirement account. Your largest asset is your human capital.
Right.
And what I mean by that, your ability to earn a paycheck while you're working and your ability to earn a Social Security or pension check when you're retired. Okay. If you look at that for most people, over the course of time, it's worth millions. It's a huge mistake to assume that you don't need to insure that asset and that you don't need to insure it fully. So make sure you got life insurance coverage and make sure that asset is fully insured.
Right. And then our last resolution, don't go undocumented.
Right. And the documents we're talking about here, Aaron, are estate planning documents. Right. When I mention this to some clients, some folks will tell me, well, Dustin, I've got a will in place. We've done our beneficiary designations. That's great. But it's important to understand that's only part of the documents you need in place. Okay. There are a lot of things that can happen outside of death when it comes to estate planning. And there are a lot of other documents you need to consider. A few examples would be, hey, if you become incapacitated, your spouse may not be able to access or actually won't be able to access your IRAs or your 401ks without going to court and getting a guardianship, okay, absent the proper estate planning documents. If you become incapacitated or you die, absent the proper estate planning documents, if you got minor children, a court is going to decide who's going to care for and raise those kids. Okay, it's something that you can very easily specify what you want. You just got to get the documents in place. If you have college age children, okay, away at college, they have a medical emergency, absent the proper estate planning documents, you may not be able to get access to their medical information and help participate in those medical decisions in a medical emergency. Okay. So there are just a ton of reasons why it's a super important box to check. It's an easy box to check. All it requires is doing a couple of meetings with your advisor and an estate planning attorney. In fact, New Year's resolutions this January, I'm setting a lot of those meetings with my clients to visit with an estate planning attorney. If it's something you need to look into, reach out to me. We can get you one of those meetings as well.
Right. Really good, important guidance there, Dustin. If somebody has questions about any of these resolutions, or if they'd like your help making sure that they are accountable to their resolutions, what's the best way to reach you?
They can send me a text at 830-476-2505 or reach out on the website to book a free chat at longlivemymoney.com.
All right. Dustin, thanks again. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Aaron.